Hello traders, hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I also hope you had a wonderful week. Just coming to give you my weekly trading analysis. So let's start with portfolio. As usual, this is the progress so far. I'm still holding on to my stock trades. Currencies, some are still holding from last month, like EurUsd. I'm going to overlay it here. Like for Audi JPY, you can check it out. I've been holding it since July 11th. So yeah, lots of trades. Actually, have I broken a world record with this Audi JPY trade? I don't know. I know it's not that much, but it was a perfect swing trade from the top. This week has just been about managing my risks because we're moving into August, and as you know, August is a very bad month for me, and especially for most people. August is not a good month. Actually, for new traders, January, August, December, yeah, not very good months for trading. So that's the month we're heading to. So my advice will be cut down trading. Don't trade too aggressively this August, and I'm going to break down why, and based on experience, you know. So let's get into it. So let's start with news. So news this week, what should we expect? We have BOG reports coming out. We have FOMC on Wednesday. We have NFP. NFP, you know, comes out every first Friday of the month. So it's gonna be a volatile week, and potentially we could see sentiment change across DXY, gold, EurUsd, Great British Pound. So make sure this week you stick to your strategy, stick to your plans, stick to your risk management, and that's the only way to succeed. So yeah, so let's start with analysis. So let's start with DXY. Let's move to the main chart I use. Sorry guys. So DXY there. So let's start with this chart. So what do we see in DXY? So remember this move I told you guys to ignore, this push to the upside. Today it's gonna come in handy. So let's start. So Monday I should expect some, I think you've seen the news, 12 more people I think are dead, some Israeli wars, and it's just sad. So short-lived, we'll have a short-lived push on gold, maybe Monday open, and then like last week too, we saw Monday we had a push to the upside. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, for new traders who contact me through my Gmail, which I pin in the description, I've changed, bought a domain. So yeah, you can text me through that, and not the other Gmail. So in case of any inquiry or anything, or anyone wants to contact me, please do. So what happened this week? So this week we didn't have a lot of movements, especially on DXY. Monday, you know, was a boring day. Tuesday was a boring day, so I started my analysis on and trading on Wednesday, like I told you guys. So what do we see on DXY? So on DXY, great to see like a head and shoulder type of pattern, but we never followed through with the push past the high. So yeah, buyers were really restrained. So yeah, that's what happened. We had this fake out, you know, we collected sell side, and my overall bias is that we have to push, fill this inefficiency here. Remember, we have this base drop pattern here. So this area, I'm sure it's full of sellers, so I'm expecting prices to come here and push lower. But remember this analysis I gave last weekend, but I told you guys not to focus on it, and I didn't even explain further about it. So the reason it's there, it's because it's coming in handy. Remember, August is known for certain behaviors in the market. We always see a bullish run on DXY. So if we're to have a bullish run also this time, this will be the preferred setup. Push into this weekly fair value gap, a retrace, then push to the upside. We can look at it on the charts. Let's move to this chart. So let me move to the weekly. We get to see, okay, weekly time frame. So there we are. So let's start from 2019. You get to see August here was the start of a minor bull run until around September. We get to see around 2020 we also started another bull run here until September. So on August we started, this is 2021, we started another major bull run. On August 2022, exactly on August, we started another major bull run. On August 2023, again, we started another bull run. So seasonality, the XY is just known to have a bullish run during August. So that's why I've incorporated that into my analysis. So technically, there's nothing to support that as of now, but it's something to just keep an eye on. So this is the movement this week on DXY. Not a lot of movement, and we get to see like a head and shoulder type of pattern, but we don't want this other shoulder to keep on dragging this side. We want to see price follow through and break this high, tap into our area here, then we have an impulse to the downside, because remember we are still at a low area. You know, we want prices to push past the 0.5 midpoint. So I want to sell from a premium area, so price to tap into a premium area. If we move to the daily time frame, I explained last week why why is my chart misbehaving like this. I explained why that area is of significance, because we get to see a lot of control in price, and all happens within this area, and it perfectly aligns with our retracement and our drop. The base then drop, so our base area so aligns well, and yeah, it's just a matter of patience. Alternative setup is this. Let's move to capital.com. I explained this. So alternative move will be, this is our accumulation, this will be our manipulation, the fake out to the downside, which took out sell side liquidity and bounced from the weekly fair value gap, will act as a manipulation, then maybe a distribution if the seasonality is to repeat again this August, targeting this high and this high, you know, grabbing buy side. We've already grabbed sell side, we grab buy side. So just keep this in mind. That's the alternative setup. Real quick, let's move to gold before EurUsd. So gold has had a crazy week, but my analysis is always at point, just like last week, because I told you guys we have to push to a discounted area for buyers to start stepping up. Because remember, external, let me hide my analysis a bit, external range liquidity to internal. Okay, we took this trade to the external, took out that high. So as of now, we all know we're in a bullish market right now, like on a higher time frame. I know, don't look at the lower time frame like the 1 hour, but on the higher, like the daily, we get to see we're making higher highs. So factor to consider. So our bias was last week, our bias was still bullish, but the only condition was market had to come into a discounted area, of which it did. Did I take a trade? Definitely, you know, I took a trade. You can get to see I've overlaid it next to the side of the screen. So if I was to explain it first using another clean chart, let me use forex.com. So we get to see we were in this channel, we didn't break out of the channel yet, so we get to see I always love using this area, the D wave, as support, and you'll get to see a lot of it in my analysis. So we pushed down. This area was an area of support. We get to see prices just tapped, wicked into the area and pushed up, though the prices came deep into the area because our demand area, it's too deep. So that might be a signal that prices want to push lower. Just, you know, I'm just saying it might, because prices have really pushed lower. You see, prices would have reacted at least before the midpoint, maybe 50%, and push, but it came all the way inside. So yeah, be cautious of that. But as long as we're above here, it's still bullish for now. But if we break below, retest, and maybe break below this area, then come retest. So once we break below this is when I'll be like, yeah, we have broken, order flow has changed. So I'll consider this sweep of liquidity, break of structure, wait for retrace, then push to the downside. So that's what I'll consider if we break this leg here, this area. If we break that area, and order flow will signify order flow change. So yeah, that's the only time I'll consider selling. But as of now, I'm still bullish. So if we move to the main chart, let me show you how I analyzed this week. If you watch my if you see my YouTube posts, you get to see I broke down the trade. You know very well, sometimes I can't upload a full video on time. So what I do, I just post on YouTube posts, and I posted this setup here running. So last week, what did I tell you? After we caught this beautiful sell here, broke it down last week, I told you expect, and we ended the week here, I told you expect prices to retrace either here or to this high. I only gave you two areas, I remember very well. Told you only two areas, this and this area. So those were the areas I was watching at, because also you get to see after the week opened, we had I told you expect a bullish move, but it was very short-lived. You get to see because of the war, you know, one civilian Israeli had died and Israeli retaliated. I told you all guys last week, so it's common. Let's expect a gap up. Even tomorrow I expect a gap up, but not really interested in that. Get to see prices pushed down, took out this candle low, because remember, the people who are buying, I gave out this trade, remember, like 2 weeks ago when the market was here, and you would have caught all this move. Gave out that trade very well. So what happens is you always find prices push, because some traders either enter the market here because they use indicators, and indicators are very lagging, so they never saw the order block when this was formed, but they see the order block now, so they enter the trade. Some already enter the trade but still anticipate prices to push higher. What happened? We swept that sell side liquidity, of which was very expected. I marked it out last week. So what happened this week? This week, starting Monday, we got to see Monday to Tuesday, we formed this SMT over there. We had a breaker block over here. Prices pushed above that order block with a fair value gap, which is a very good indication, and took that trade there, targeting the candle range high past that area, because we had already hit it. So I was just targeting this high at first, still holding price until I saw this area, and you know, I was like, then we had the news come out. PMI news came out on this candle, and I was still in the trade, and I was a bit cautious because I was holding, but we had one news come positive, one negative on USD. So yeah, we didn't have a lot of change in the market, but I expected prices to push until here, because retracement area, as you know, I've been teaching you guys, but we get to see we were only a few pips shy of that area, and we had our impulse to the downside. That area at least coincides with this area, which I expected. Told you prices can retrace to this area or that area, only two areas. Once we pushed below, we get to see we had accumulation. Let me move to the 15-minute time frame so that you can see it. So we get to see once we pushed below, we had this accumulation phase. Then with my cycles, the ones I've been teaching you about, we saw price from the cycle where I told you which acts as a New York kill zone. Prices ran, and the manipulation phase started there. So ran, had a manipulation, market structure shift, and another cycle here coincided very well. We get to see this area, the 0.447 and 6 point. Exactly that area, that's where the sell started, but after tapping into that fair value gap, you could have just sold there. Stop loss maybe above, targeting this area, and this area was like a breaker block on the 2-hour time frame. So what I did, I took an entry again, a buy entry, and I'm still in that buy entry. I'm going to overlay it. So yeah, gold a bit tricky, so I'll wait maybe until FOMC or NFP is out for me to have a clear bias. But because I'm a swing trader most of the time, not really a scalper, so that's what I'll be waiting for on this pair. So what can I expect? Because can give you something to head into the new week with. So we pushed into a discounted area like I told you last time, and we are pushing higher, but we have a lot of factors to consider on DXY. We have news, which this week we're not sure what news will do to the market. You see, we don't know, and that's the truth. So patience is key. Trading shouldn't be hard. Trading should be, trading setups, so if I'm not sure, I should not lead you into a pit, you see. Yeah, so we have to wait for news so that we have a clear bias, clear direction of price. Then once we have that, I've already given you the analysis. If price breaks below that point of invalidation, market structure has changed, order flow has changed. Now we're looking for sales, so we just wait for a retrace of price. And yeah, that's all I have to say about gold. Let's move to EurUsd. Something interesting. I'm always dropping gems, so I'll use EurUsd again. So let me hide my analysis. What did I tell you to expect on this pair? I told you guys to, let's move here. Let's move to forex.com. So the 4-hour time frame. Let me do that. So if we move like to the daily, I told you guys last week to expect prices to push lower into this area. Get to see prices wicked below quickly. If we move to the weekly, you'll just see it's a week. See, it's a week. But I told you guys this area was of interest, so we got to see prices pushed below but quickly pushed above. If prices for me are to push below, let's say here, this area here, let me mark it out, maybe this down close candle. Prices are to push below this area in the coming week, I'll be targeting the volume imbalance down here, so it will just be like something like this. That's what I'll be targeting if prices break below that area. But what I'm expecting maybe is prices to push, because remember we have a drop area. If you look at the higher time frame, so this area is of interest to me, because prices can either choose to sell from here or push higher from there. And the reason, let me give you the reason why we saw that shift in price at that area. Not with that, let's use ICE. Yeah, so this what's up on the 2-hour time frame. So we get to see the same thing I told you on gold, the D area, the D wave. I love drawing it out. Is a base corrective channel for me, so we get to see when prices come next time, they always react from there. So that's something new you've learned today. I just kind of use it, but I also marked it out technically. We have gotten to see it. So we're in this like a corrective pattern. We're still in a premium area. Above the 0.5 on EurUsd. So if I'm to expect a bullish move, I'll expect push above this high, this key level, a retrace and continuation. But if we close below where I've shown you guys, I'll be targeting that volume imbalance. So on the main chart, I can also show you another alternative setup on Oanda. So this is my other alternative setup, a market maker model. So But you get to see accumulation legs here, and you get to see manipulation above this high. So if the XY chooses to push higher, this will be my setup. I'll expect prices to come, manipulate, collect some liquidity above maybe this high and continue to push lower if the XY, because of seasonality, okay, if the XY pushes higher. But if the XY pushes lower, we are all buyers on EurUsd. So let's move to my setup. So let me hide my analysis. So what happened, we pushed this week into this fair value gap after collecting that buy side liquidity. Let me move to the 30-minute because I have so much analysis here. Plus I have a trade, so I'm like 3 trades, 3 swings side, the bottom, the top, and this area, and I'll show you how I caught that trade. So we get to see after collecting buy side, we pushed into this fair value gap, of which also we have like a breaker block on the 4-hour time frame. That's why I marked it out. So this was our breaker block on the 4-hour time frame. So let's move to the 15-minute time frame. So this week was a crazy week. I'm still holding that sell from last week until this week. Caught this beautiful trade because once we filled that fair value gap, what happened is we had another breaker block on the 15-minute, but I didn't supported price, but it has to fall within my parameters. So if we move to the 5-minute maybe, so that you can see it better, how I caught this trade. So how I caught this trade was pretty simple. So we had a push below Asian session, then tapped into a breaker block on the 15-minute time frame. We get to see, if we go to the 1 hour, this is a breaker block. On the 1 minute, this is a breaker block, but you see it falls between my 0.47 and 0.67 exactly. And I told you, any PDRA that falls between my cycle's kill zone, because this area acts as a New York kill zone, picture that in mind. So tapped into that area within that specific time period, and if we do that, we always get to see a push to the upside. And I'll come teach you again another strategy where you can use DTCC to determine when prices will switch at 7. So it aligned with that, and I continued adding more trades to the upside, because at 7 exactly, if DTCC does something, the previous day's DTCC or today's DTCC does something, prices will at 7, depends on whether DTCC is bullish or bearish. So it's always inverse, just know that as for now, but I'll break that down. I'm taking you guys slowly. I don't want to overwhelm me with so much knowledge as of now. And someone asked if the DTCC is the same as the central bank distribution range, right? No, they're not the same, but I'm going to make a video on that and explain further as I incorporate it into my strategy, so that you get to see. So get to see the DTCC midpoint, once price pushed above, acted as support on the higher time frames, and you see it also acted as support here until prices came the next day and started ranging, just a range, and prices was building liquidity, if you get to see these lows here. And then the next day on Thursday, what you get to see, there was an order block here, and we get to see prices tapped into that same order block created on the same day we took this leg of the trade. We get to see prices tapped during our cycle. Our order block was created on Wednesday, that leg where I took the trade. Get to see respected there. Prices came here, respected, but when did prices move? Prices moved between my areas of interest. Remember, prices move. So once prices pushed below within this area, we get to see the next candle was just a bullish candle, and immediately you could have taken more trades to the upside. So after that, what did we get to see? We get to see we had a break of structure. We had a change of character here. Break of structure, not on the week. We don't use break of structure on the week, we use it on the candle close. So order flow changed. We get to see order flow here, candle tapped into it. Order flow here, candle tapped into it. Order flow here. So order flow is pushing to the upside. So coming new week, let's see what will happen. I'm really interested to see what will be happening this coming new week. So yeah, that's my pure analysis on EurUsd. Let's move to gold. Let's move to silver. Good to see what silver has been doing. So I'm still holding my silver trades. I told you if silver breaks this invalidation level, prices will just push to the downside. And one key indicator is when you see a structure like this forming above a support, a resistance, a sell side or a buy side liquidity. Just above you see such structures. Same with the XY. Before we took sell side last time, we had such a structure forming, and see structure like this, just know prices most definitely are gonna push below. So on silver we've got good trades back to back. So yeah, it's all about accuracy and patience. On USD CHF, prices are just going our way. Told you guys now this was the last high, and after this I wasn't expecting any more buys. So I told you guys expect sales and continuations of sell to the downside. You get to see after me giving you this trade, you get to see prices pushed below, came above, because there was a lot of inefficiency. Price had to come where prices were last efficient, and here was where prices were last efficient, tapped into that area, at least continued dropping. So yeah, that's my simple analysis, not even analysis yet. On Great British Pound, Great British Pound card, took a trade. It didn't quite come into our area, but because our area was this area, I was targeting this area, but we were here last week Friday, yeah, there, but prices just broke above before that. But I was able to capitalize, caught a trade on that wing. So yeah, good stuff. So back to analysis. So traders, let's continue with the analysis. So this is USD CHF. Get to see prices have just been selling. So what's the game plan? So let me go to my other chart on the same pair on Oanda, check it out for you guys from the higher time frame, from the daily. Let's see what's going on here. So we get to see we tapped into a higher PD array, which was this order block, and you know, market broke out of this channel. We tested. Now we are making lower lows and lower highs. So trend has changed definitely, and we have broken out of this support. So maybe a retest here, then continuation to the downside. So yeah, if also USD pushes to where I want it to push and sell, this will be a good trade. So you can monitor this in the coming weeks. Target the lows, so somewhere around here, can target this area just below here. Yeah, and that will be a very good shot for you. Perfect timing, perfect everything. Quickly, let's move to on Audi JPY. Let me show you this trade I took. I broke down this trade for you guys some few analysis back, and get to see the markets did good. You know, I hate drawdown for people who know how I trade. I don't like drawdowns at all. I broke this trade down, ICT concept of it, and we get to see short position, entries at around there, stop loss at around up here, and let me extend it out. So here guys, I fast forwarded the video, drawn it out. So very good trade, extremely good trade. I'm still in it, but we've tapped into a weekly order block, so I might be looking for bullish, because you get to see on the lower time frames we had a market structure shift. But yeah, I'll be looking at that. Get to see risk to reward ratio, very good. See, that's more risk, all this profit, holding it for some days now, weeks, since the beginning of the month. Very good trade. So other trades I'll be looking at, we have Audi, similar to this, remember, similar to Audi JPY. Trades I'll be looking at, we can look at EurUsd. I'll be looking to sell, so same trade like that one. So this week I'll be looking for entries on EurUsd. If I find one, you know, I'll post it on my YouTube posts rather than making a whole video. So subscribe to stay tuned, you know, to the latest notifications. Another trade, maybe EurUsd, similar trade I'll be looking at, same sell. This one's gonna be beautiful the way I'm looking at it, and like it. So I'll be looking for entries. We all also know news this week, so yeah, have to be patient, wait for the price, and if I find a setup I'll post. But this is my analysis. And on NSD USD, these are things I'll be looking at this week. So on this pair, we never had that market structure shift we waited for here, and like I told you to expect. But you get to see order flow never changed. Order flow never changed, but we're still on this leg. So this support which pushed price here has held price. So let's see. I'm anticipating now buys to the upside, invalidation if we close below, definitely. But from here, around here, let's see, because you get to see it's just close going down. Market structure was just bearish, and I told you, if you didn't see market structure shifting here, don't even bother entering. We never got, actually I think on the daily we just had a down close day. Let's see, remember this was a very good trade also some time back. So on the daily it was just down close candles. Get to see down close, never got any bullish candles or anything. So I believe here's the cheapest area we can buy it from. So if you have the opportunity of buying it from this area, you're gonna make money. So once we get a confirmation, like we break above a high, market structure shift, to see order flow starts changing on the lower time frames, like I'll expect it on the 15, on the 1 hour. That would be a very good indication for me, and I'll look for potential buy setup. So those are things I'll be looking at. In case of any question, I've given my new Gmail account with the domain. That's my new Gmail account. It's there on the screen, it's in the description. Contact me, any question, setups, stock analysis, everything you want, I will give it to you guys. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful week. My portfolio looks amazing. We're coming into August, no aggressive trading, as I've told you. It's a month of risk management. This is a month that will test your trading, and most traders will agree with me that August, December and January are not always the best. July is always the best for me personally, and that's when I milk the markets a lot, especially on the second week of the month. Every second week of the month, strive to get very good setups, because it's always the expansion leg of most markets. You get to see that's when prices really push. But when it comes to the end of the month, like right now, not a lot of movements are happening, because monthly candles are it's about to close, and hedge funds and most of these big funds are closing out of their positions. So yeah, it's always a slow week, but August's gonna be crazy. But trust me, I'll always be here for you guys, always giving my analysis and everything you need for assistance. So yeah, have a nice week ahead of you guys. In case of any question, anyone's want private assistance with me, can email me. So yeah, have a nice day, have a nice week, and cheers.